Hey, this ThinkerThunker, have you seen this footage? It was recorded by a security camera in Dangerfield State Park in Texas. We see something walk out from the trees, walk across a road, walk across a median, walk across another road, and then it vanishes into the night. Special thanks to Robert B. for posting this on my Team ThinkerThunker Facebook group. Keep them coming, Robert. There was a ton of activity on this, and I've got to say, most people think that this is just a laughable hoax. They think it's acting to the camera. They think it's walking silly. Some think it's a female. Some think it's real. And then we've got this guy, if I can find him, who got all ThinkerThunker on this thing way before I ever even saw this. Here we go. Here we go. Peter DB. This guy found the exact location of the encounter on a Googly map. He went on to say the median that the mystery beast walked across is only 14.29 feet. Now, I was hoping for a little more accuracy there, PDB, like 7 decimal places next time, okay? And he estimated that it would take 2.5 of the creatures to span the full width of the median, which means the monster is only 5 foot 8 inches tall, which is pretty small for a giant, unless, of course, it's like a 7-year-old Bigfoot out there wandering around. But look at Samuel L. down here. He's even like, He is pretty impressed with PDB's work. But is that right? Is 5 foot 8 right? Let's check it out. So here we are in Google Earth Pro. Go check it out. It's free. It's amazing software. And we are looking at Dangerfield State Park, and it's not all that big. In fact, you can see the amount of roads there, and there is only one place you'll be able to find where there are medians. And this is the place that Peter DB said it happened. So I'm going to turn these roads off so we can see better and zoom in on that. And voila, there is the very median that PDB found. We see this, this is where you stop after pulling into the park. And there's a little ranger station here, a little info station. I'm guessing the security cam was here on the building, pointed out towards the median out there. And I'm going to zoom in. And hey, look at that. We are in Dangerfield Park now. And look at it. Oh, kind of nice and squatchy and woodsy, isn't it? And there is the info hut. And if I drive in a little closer, there is Peter DB's median. Do you see a problem? Yes, because in the video, there is no tree or sign there like we see here on Google Earth Pro. So what now? If we exit out of the street view and go back to an aerial view, we see that on the other end, as you pull through, there is a second median right there. Let's check that one out. Okay, if we zoom in a little more on this, and here, let me brighten that up a bit so we can see what's going on. Okay, so here is, over on the left, is Peter DB's median, the little island there. As you're pulling into the park, here's the parking lot, and here is the only other median in the park that I could find. And look, it's easily 3 times the size of Peter DB's. Could this be our median? We don't know. There's no real good way to measure it, except I see a measuring stick right there. That, look, it's only taking up about half this parking spot here. Now, it's a pretty long parking spot, but that's a Mini Cooper. And just to verify that fact, here is a nice, shiny new Mini Cooper filmed from above. So I'm going to scale that down, get it out of the trees. Let me zoom in some more. Oh, yeah. That's a Mini Cooper. A little bit more. That is a Mini Cooper. So what I'm going to do, we just happen to know that a Mini Cooper is 14 feet long. So there's our measuring stick. So I took 1, 2, 3 Mini Coopers, and now we know the width of our island, which is 14 times 3, 42 feet. We'll be nice with this third mini is a little longer. We'll just be nice and call it 40 feet. Now think for a second what that means. We know there, at least it appears, there's only 2 medians in all of Dangerfield State Park. We know median 1 has a tree and a sign on it, which leaves this to be median 2. And if median 2 is 3 Mini Coopers wide, I'm going to leave that there and let that soak in a second, because it's also 3 Beast wide, not 2.5 like PDP said. It is 3 wide. Here, I'll give you a better look at that. That means that whoever or whatever this is here, if you want to call it a dude in a monkey suit, that's fine with me. But that dude in the monkey suit is 2 Shaquille O'Neal's tall, or almost 14 feet. I mean, that is a colossus giant strolling through a Texas state park. Or if you don't believe that, if you don't believe the giant theory, that this is median 2, which would mean that that's a giant, and that it is in fact median 1, and the state park cut down the tree and ripped out the sign, well, then we know that this median is only about 14 foot wide, like PDP said, and we measured it with a mini, which also means that it's 3 beast wide. So now those beasts are going to be quite a bit smaller. And let's see, if I pull up calculator, 14 foot wide divided by 3 mystery beasts equals, bing, 4 foot 6 inches. So instead of a colossus giant, our mystery guest there is the size of an Ewok. Or if you're like me, you don't believe that it was median 1 or median 2, that there's got to be a third median somewhere on the park. But where is it? You know, they don't just put medians out willy-nilly. There has to be a place where the road splits in 2. And it's just not there. I mean, if it ever was there, well, then they covered it up perfectly and replanted trees, which seems really unlikely. So the only other alternative is that the Mystery Beast encounter was filmed somewhere else. But why? Why in the world would somebody film that encounter and then give it to a state park to release? None of this makes any sense whatsoever. So wrapping up, I reached out to Dangerfield State Park through Texas Parks and Wildlife, had a few questions. I haven't heard back yet. Hopefully I will, but it's doubtful. But I had just a few questions about this. But here's what I'm going to do. Following this video, I'm going to have a vote for my patrons and members to decide if they want to have a part 2 on all this. And I suspect you will, because I found some things involving this guy's or gal's body ratios and its walk mechanics, things I've measured, that would make it pretty much impossible for this to be a human. But more than that, I found something, it's pretty astonishing. I've found in an old video this thing's like identical twin. It's uncanny how these 2 different things, thousands of miles apart, resemble each other perfectly. I'm expecting to get like a Pulitzer Prize for that, or whatever that might be. I'm sure that's going to happen too. But that part 2 video, don't forget to vote on that. That will be for patrons and members only, to reward them because they pay the majority of my meager salary, and I appreciate that very much. Now, I know my membership's steep. It's $1 a month. That's a lot of money. Start saving now. What you could do is not get whipped cream on your caramel macchiato 2 times. That would cover your membership for a month, and there's already like 35 other videos, membership-only videos out there that you can watch. All right, everybody, that is all I've got. Thank you so much for watching. for subscribing and commenting and sharing my videos and all that good stuff. Please go check out my book on Amazon. It's $4.99. I'm very proud of that book. There's stuff in there that will never be said in any videos I've ever made. So go check that out. Check out my caps and t-shirts and beanies and stuff that I designed down in my shop below. And special thanks as always to the people who make all of this possible, my patrons and members. You make all of the time I spend making these videos and all the time I spend researching all this stuff possible. I just can't thank you guys enough. All right, everybody, please take care.